Ben Mawson is doing a PhD at Southampton University. Ben, what is your PhD about?
Hi Simon, I'm a composer and I'm working on ways to allow people to walk inside a piece of music using virtual performance. This involves simulating acoustic performance that seems as though it's being done but actually can't be achieved by human hands. So we're looking at different ways in which to simulate that performance and then of course to allow it to be heard by listeners without using speakers, using wireless head tracking.
So how would one experience it?
Well, there are two ways in which we're doing it. One is so that the listener can investigate a through-composed piece, a formally constructed piece of music that has a beginning, middle and end, and where they can actually place themselves between virtual sound sources and the sound is rendered to them according to where they stand and how they move. So that it's like investigating an orchestra and actually walking between the players. But what we're doing at the moment is working with a system called No-Tours, which allows you to edit a place. And this works on satellite technology, where we integrate sounds of a composed piece of music with the sounds of the environment in which it's placed.
What sort of impact do you think this is going to have on audiences?
Well, I think it's a wonderful way to combine both solitary listening and the communal activity of people going to an event. It's a very strange thing. People have made a comparison with silent disco, although of course there people are not necessarily in communication at all. What's happening here is that you go to a place, activate the handset, and can walk inside the composition. So you can do it over any length of time because you construct the combinations of the parts as you choose according to where you stand, how you move. And it's a way, therefore, for people to interact with music that they listen to, making digitally fixed output actually mutable and constantly changing so that it's actually unrepeatable. Each time you hear it, you obtain a different view of the piece of music.
So how's this going to influence the way we think about music, do you think?
I think that it's going to enable a greater understanding of how the sounds of places affect our interaction with them. We're all very aware of light and colour and the shapes of buildings and the psychogeography, if you like, strange, fairly newish word in the language, but actually we don't think about sound in terms of how a place affects our mood, our interaction with others in it. It's a very interesting way of augmenting the reality of a place as well, because you can take sounds recorded there and play them back to the listener, blended with the other sounds that you're putting in there, which are brought from outside. So you have this simultaneous interior soundscape of the composition and the exterior sounds of the place that it's placed, interacting with each other, interwoven, such that the music can only exist in that way in that place. If you were to move it, you have to completely reconstruct it, just like finding an appropriate way to make a garden or a building in another location.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.